I am live, and guess what, y'all? I don't got my timer on, so let me do that. And welcome to the Entrepreneur Wellness Series. I am Clarindria Addison, author, therapist, and podcast host. I am coming to you all for the next few days. I don't even know how many because I've been here for about 3 days already. When you travel and you are um, changing time zones, you kind of lose track of the days and the time. And when I initially said I was going to do this series, um, I honestly was so excited to do the series that I did not appropriately plan for my travel days and how I was going to do my recordings, being that I am actually on a retreat. The retreat I'm on is called I Am Her Retreat. And excuse me, I will definitely share more information about that um, in a separate video, but because I want to get this going and I want to get caught up. So I'm actually going to go through and get done the days that I've missed. So we are starting this. When you see this, it's going to say day 10. But I am going to catch up for you guys because you've heard me say before, I am definitely a person of my word, and I always want to make sure that if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. So I do want to apologize just because um, I didn't get to do the 21 days kind of straight like I wanted to. Um, but for me, it was more about kind of the planning and making sure that I got done what I said I was going to do. So, anyway, thank you for joining. I need you guys to get your pen and paper and notebook, and we are going to get started. Keep in mind that I am in another country. We know Wi Fi isn't always the best, so bear with me. But I am going to go through my topic for today is chronic stress, the unseen health risk. Um, Stress doesn't always shout. Sometimes it simmers. And as entrepreneurs, we wear stress like armor. But unaddressed, it can become your undoing. Chronic stress leads to burnout and health issues. And let me just tell you, um, I'm going to use this experience as an example because I could have let it stress me out. But I also was like, you know what? The people can be patient. The people will, um, check back. And then I'm going to do some, messages and notifications so people will know that the days that I missed are going to be up and available on my YouTube. So that's just an example of how I could have, allowed this to stress me out. So I'm going to give you some examples that cause stress: high workload, constant problem solving, and pressure to succeed. And sometimes when we talk about high workload, that's really putting too much on yourself. Um, I'm trying to get this. I got my light here, y'all, and I'm trying to get it out of my screen here. Um, High workload. So sometimes you can take on too much. And as a entrepreneur who has technically three businesses, um, you have to learn how to be able to manage your workload. And otherwise, obviously, it's going to cause stress, and that's a cause. Constant problem solving. Like as an entrepreneur, you're the go-to person, right? Everybody's calling you, everybody's texting you, emailing, wanting responses right away. So that can also be a cause of stress. And pressure to succeed. When I tell you, for me, I always try to set the bar higher, right? Like right now, me going live is I have a future plan for my podcast, for my shift consulting business. And so, me putting that additional pressure, if you will, on myself to go to the next level, pressure to succeed can cause stress. It really can. So I'm going to give you some ways to help alleviate chronic stress. First one, schedule daily stress relief activities. Go for walks, listen to music, and do some deep breathing. Y'all have seen me do that before. Just take some breaths and blow them out. Find you a good 5 minute or 10-minute meditation online, YouTube, Jason Stevenson, Shantris Seba. Um, I don't know all of them by heart because I have so many of them saved in my phone, and I can just pop one on and listen to and kind of de-stress and calm myself. A second option could be to break big goals into small, manageable tasks. I talk about this often. I call them mini goals. So, really, what that is, for example, one of the things that I did to prepare for doing these lives was I made a bunch of notes, right? And that's like when you see me looking off to the side, I'm, looking at the notes that I have for each day. So, instead of like waiting until like I'm doing day 10 right today, instead of waiting until day 10 or day 9, I already have all of my notes for the 21 days prepared. So that's one of the things that you want to do to break things down. So now what I do is I pull my notes up, I do a quick skim, and then I'm ready to get on and get started. So breaking your big goals into small manageable tasks, and reframe stress as a challenge, not a threat. So there's this saying, and I did not put it in my notes already, and not for the sake of time, I don't want to just be typing. But there's an old, I don't know if it's an African um, note or message where the question asks, "How do you eat an elephant?" And it says, "You take one small bite at a time." And so if you reframe stress as a challenge and not a threat, right? Because when you think of it as a threat, then your anxiety is going to go high, your blood pressure, your heart's going to be beating, and you're looking at it like, how am I going to get all these things done? But if you look at it as a challenge, we deal with challenges every day, right? Um, a contract doesn't go through, somebody calls off from work, somebody misses the bus, somebody needs assistance with transportation to get to work. There's so many, barriers that could come into play. And if you look at it as like, okay, this is one thing, and now I'm going to tackle this thing one thing at a time. So I'm going to put those up for you to make note. Schedule daily stress relief activities. We talked about walking, music, deep breathing, break big goals into small, manageable tasks, and reframe stress as a challenge, not a threat. Um, why this matters. Chronic stress leads to burnout and health issues. You've stopped celebrating wins, nothing feels exciting. The emotional flatline is a sign to reconnect with joy. It- Y'all know I've been talking about joy for the last couple of weeks. One of my recent podcasts was about joy, finding joy in the workplace. So let's shift back into feeling without guilt. Okay. I'm going to give you your affirmation. You ready? I choose balance. I am productive and peaceful at the same time. I choose balance. I am productive and peaceful at the same time. I choose balance. I am productive and peaceful at the same time. I also have a journal prompt. I don't know if I put it on here, so I'm just going to read it to you guys. It asks, what used to bring me joy that I've put on pause? Um, what used to bring me joy that I've now put on pause? That is the journal prompt. What used to bring me joy that I've put on pause? Yeah, I got that. Yes. So 10 was a little bit shorter than usual because we're transitioning over. So we have, let me just make sure I went over all the points here. Um, Chronic stress. Oh, I missed a couple things. Chronic stress, emotional numbness. Um, did I do that? I'm sorry, y'all. No, miscombobulated. Okay. So emotional numbness as it relates to chronic stress. When you stop celebrating wins and nothing feels exciting, that all of that is connected. So you got to make sure that you're taking time for yourself. Um, I need us to shift back into feeling without guilt. Yes. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate it. I know. I'm sure the people were missing me. So I'll give you guys a little mini update. I am traveling on a retreat and I'm still committed to getting this done for you guys. So this was day 10. Appreciate you tuning in. Um, I talked about doing my 21 days for 21 minutes. And for the sake of being able to catch up, I'm just going to go through and actually kind of make these a little shorter so that we can get caught up. And then moving forward, I am planning to be able to stay on track. But on a retreat, if anybody has been on a retreat before, you know that you have an itinerary, right? There's breakfast, there's meetings, there's yoga, there's meditation, there is, traveling for activities, seeing the culture and participating in things. I think it was yesterday we went and made jewelry. And I think I posted one of the pieces that I made. I made some butterfly earrings. I'm gonna have to put them on, but I still need to clean them after we made them with metal. And then some people that were in the group went to like a leather workshop, and so they made like wallets and um, little purses and keychains and things of that nature. So we have been really kind of enmeshed in the culture. We're staying at places that are, you know, of the culture. So it's been quite an experience. Super excited. The ladies that I've met on this trip have been really amazing. Everybody's engaging. You all can feel the energy. There's been people are like, "Why am I crying?" Now I don't feel bad because y'all know I'm a crybaby, and so I just get emotional just right. And so the people are like, "Oh my God, I don't know why I feel like crying." And so it's been a really, really great experience, and I will share more, but not on this series because we're talking about entrepreneur and wellness. But some of what I'm doing here is related to that, so that part I will share. I appreciate you guys. Remember the shift It's happening now.